part of the NFL draft is rooting for who you want your team to get. It's like, oh, my guys, he would look so good in purple. Let's get it down, right? But also looking around the rest of the division and who you absolutely do not want to see on your divisional opponents' rosters, right? So we're going to go through, look at the various NFC North teams and just who I would absolutely despise to see them pick here in a couple of weeks in the upcoming NFL draft. So we'll start off with the Lions because they picked first, because they always do. Right now, to a degree, I feel bad for the Lions because, like, oh, you're in the top 5. This is a great spot to get a future franchise quarterback, except you're saddled with Matthew Stafford. No worries, you'll be there next year. They're the world's best 3-12-1 team ever. God, they're so friggin' horrible. Matt Patricia, he's gonna be gone. Bob Quinn's gonna be gone, but whatever. So the pick I would absolutely hate to see at 3 is Tua Tagovailoa, and the Lions, for some reason, Vegas had them open up as co-favorites to draft Tua. It was the Dolphins and the Lions, I believe, were basically the same odds. Where does Vegas know things that we don't know? I mean, they don't build those tall buildings out in the desert for no reason, right? And Matthew Stafford is starting to reach a sell-by date. I think some of those rumors of Matthew Stafford being potentially traded are starting to be more and more true. So if the Lions did have a full-on franchise reboot and move on from the number 1 overall pick in 2009, yeah, because 2009 was Stafford, 2010 was Sam Bradford. Anyways, but Tua, I mean, yeah, certainly has health issues. Size-wise, you're going to have questions about durability. But as long as that hip checks out, dude is a freaking assassin. He's a winner. He's a baller. He is an absolute charismatic leader. And I just think that it would be just such a pain in the ass if number 13, the old lefty, ended up in the Motor City. I would despise it. I would absolutely hate it. Now, other picks I would hate, I mean, the Lions sort of sitting in the catbird seat because whatever happens at 1 or 2, because in all likelihood, a team is going to trade up for another quarterback. So it could be quarterback. So the Lions may have their pick of the board of non-quarterbacks. So Chase Young, if he falls to Detroit, that would obviously really piss me off. Isaiah Simmons, just the do-it-all jack of all trades, would be annoying as hell. Akuda replacing Big Play Slay would make a lot of sense. It wouldn't annoy me. As well as, like, Derek Brown if he's there at 3. Just, Lions are in a good spot. Just annoys me. Next up, speaking of annoying, so Green Bay Packers. Packers sitting at 30, and they have number 62 in the second round. It's the exact same picks as the Vikings in 2018 when they went Hughes and Brian O'Neill, but whatever. So Packers. Number 1, I would hate Jalen Reagor to the Packers. Teaming him up with Devonta Adams. I love the TCU kid. Like, he's phenomenal. He would be my choice of wide receiver. Like, I would take Reagor over T. Higgins. I would take him over Denzel Mims. I think there's just too much. There's too much unknown there. Like, Mims is a big gamble. Don't get me wrong. I think Jalen Reagor is a more surefire bet. He's explosive. He's amazing after the catch. I think he'd be a very dynamic asset to the Vikings offense, and that's why I would hate if he ended up in Green Bay opposite stupid Devonta Adams, who is not as good as Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs. So there you go. I guess, like, they got Chase Claypool in the second round, and then he panned out on all those physical gifts. That would be kind of annoying too. Plus, I mean, the Packers do need wide receiver and tight end help, and Claypool is kind of both. I mean, if you told me that they're going to put 20 pounds on Claypool, and then eventually he's going to be this new hybrid move tight end du jour, I would not be shocked at that. I think he would be really annoying with the Packers as well. Also, I guess, annoying. So this would be double annoying. So Jonathan Taylor Thomas, the Badgers jabroni running back. So a Badger running back staying at home and then pairing up with Aaron Jones. And also it would annoy me too because even though he's a Packer, I really like Aaron Jones, especially in fantasy football. So then splitting reps, even though that'd be a fun, like, thunder and lightning combination. Yeah. And also, so Isaiah Wilson, the right tackle out of Georgia, he come in, play guard over Billy Turner, who they massively overpaid last offseason. And yeah, even though they moved on from Brian Bulaga, they brought in Pretty Ricky Wagner from Detroit, who's just an absolute shell of himself. So eventually Isaiah Wilson, who's like Phil Loadhole 2.0, but a little bit more athletic, which is kind of insane, comes in and just is a mountain on that right side for years to come. That'd be really annoying. I guess, like, Jordan Love at 30, Jalen Hurts at 62, that'd be pretty annoying as well. Lastly, so the crooked Chicago Bears. Now they don't have a first-round pick because it's still part of the Khalil Mack trade, but they do have a second-round pick because that was part of the swappy there. So they got 43 and 50 overall. I mean, the biggest one to start would be Antoine Winfield Jr. I mean, that would just hurt. Just a dagger shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give Antoine Winfield Jr. a bad name. shoot. And perfect for what they want to do. Like him being teamed up with Cheeseburger Eddie Jackson on the back end of that defense would just be just so annoying. And one of the reasons that we love Winfield is that he could play wherever. He could play slot, play safety, he could play free safety, strong safety, whatever. So just imagine him working in the slot against Irv Smith Jr. for twice a year for the next half decade, which is just yeah. Other than that, Jalen Rieger, if he gets that far, Allen Robinson, Brendan Ayuk with Allen Robinson, that'll be pretty annoying as well. Plus, they do have to replace Kyle Long now. They're pretty okay on the interior offensive line. I like Cody Whitehair a lot. I really love James Daniels. Liked him a couple years ago in the draft, but say they pick up like a Robert Hunt out of Louisiana, and he does turn into Larry Allen 2.0, or Nathaniel Mooney out of Fresno State, and he stays healthy. It just pissed me off. But yeah, it is what it is. So that's it. Those are the picks that would annoy us if they ended up on the other teams of the NFC North. What players, what matchup would annoy you the most? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. If you want to support the work, pull us up on the Venmo. Please give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull, production value.